Hey, Stace, here we are.
Hey, 128. How you doing, my dear?
128. I'd like to just really do a shout out to your clipboard. Has that been the clipboard from like day one?
Day one, from episode 3. I thought of this. Episode 3. I had this in college. This is how old this is.
Really? Come on.
It's 1,000 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then all of a sudden I was thinking, oh my God, I should make ring cards. And it started.
And it
episode
started.
3.
It started. Now, how many letters or emails or messages on the socials have you received that you should be dressing like a ring card girl? You put that up on screen.
Well, yes, that has been suggested, and it would happen exactly once, and everybody would take back the idea because 50 plus is not pretty. It does not work. I wouldn't be hired for that job. Anyway.
Well, I don't know about all that. I think it would work just well, but hey, I don't know. I'm in that club as well too, so you know.
Look at you in red. You're so handsome. You don't wear red often. You look really nice.
I don't wear red often. I thought, okay, so you know, I looked at all the stats, and you know, we're very famous now, Stacy.
I know. So
we're very, very famous, and a lot of people like to talk about us. And I've been looking at the trade papers. I've been looking at the message boards, and you know, there's some people out there that say I'm pretty sexy in red. So I thought, how can I get us more? Not that I would interact with these people. Oh, no.
Never.
But how can I bring up viewership? Well, let me try to find some red.
Wow. They were right. You do look good in red.
Or there's the other angle. It was the only clean shirt I had today.
Happy accident. That's
happy accident. You know, speaking of happy accidents, I want to talk just for a moment about last week's podcast. You know, the Hulk Hogan thing was well received, but I was talking to my mother, and my mom was so taken back in a beautiful, good way. I think her words to me was that this particular episode struck her more than others. And I said, Mom, more than Dad's? Yeah, I got to live with him. I hear him all day. I said, more than Jay's?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah. She said, as good as he is, she goes, I listen to Jason all the time.
Right.
She goes, but your friend Sean was so sweet and so nice. She said it meant the world to her about the A Quiet Man, John Wayne, when they filmed out in Ireland. And so I think Maureen O'Hara was in that as well. Anyways, I wanted everybody to know that something so simple like this, like a little podcast, can make people really smile. And you never know what other people are going through. You never know what challenges, what hurdles people are going through on the other end of this internet connection. And my mom is no exception to that, unfortunately. And so she really was lifted by this. So, Sean, you did an incredible job for my mother. And she loved hearing you talk about Irene, who is just someone I happen to adore as well.
Well, she's just precious in a million ways. But Sean and Irene, I will say that. But since we're on the Sean subject, you know, you hear that, oh, he lives with his heart on his sleeve. And we can say that about a lot of people, but Sean has an extra level of compassion and caring for people and wanting to do the right thing and being hurt by when the right thing isn't done. You can see it hurts him in his heart, like in his chest. And I don't know, if the world had more of that sensitivity, we'd have less craziness now. But
I would agree. I would really agree. My camera almost fell there. You would have been tumbled. Sorry about that. All right. So, hey, Stacey, why don't we start off our episode with, and what are we, 128?
Yes.
128.
Yes. So the news this week came out that they finalized a date for Tulsa King season 3. So
nice.
September 21st. Yep. Paramount Plus will hit another record for signups because it was funny for a couple of years in a row now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for 2 years in a row, when Tulsa King came on, it hit record Paramount Plus signups because people wanted to see Tulsa King. So that'll happen again.
It's an interesting thing, and I'd like to spend just a moment here on this. So, Tulsa King, you're talking about one of the greatest action heroes of all time. You're talking about one of the most incredibly competent storytellers of all time. When you bring a guy like Sylvester Stallone, who's closing in on 80 years old, and you bring him to our television, we only used to get him when a year after, 6 months to a year after the movie was out, it would then be on CBS, ABC, or NBC. And I know, Stacey, unfortunately, you and I are, no, actually, fortunately, we are old enough to remember those days, right?
Yeah, good point. It is fortunate. Yes.
It is definitely fortunate because there's a lot of wisdom we've accrued, I guess. Acquired, accrued, accured. That's a word.
New word.
New word.
They add words every year.
If you could just put accured, like, could you put it in text right across the screen?
Sure. Done.
I'm sorry, people. I really get stupid at times, and it's just part of my DNA. Anyways, the wisdom comes with age, and of course, so does the loss of your knees, lower back, and a whole host of other issues. But Stacey, bring me back. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Tulsa King and being able to see Mr. Stallone on the weekly.
And I think this is one of the key things is when streaming is very affordable. Not true. There's 1,000 streaming platforms out there, but it is affordable. So if you want to cancel one and you got to rob Peter to pay Paul, as the old saying goes, right? I don't even know if people understand that saying anymore. But anyways, you can kind of do that to jumble around these apps, and seeing Sylvester Stallone on our TVs week after week after week is brilliant, and I got to tell you, I'm very grateful for it, and I know Sly is very grateful for it too.
Well, the streaming has completely changed storytelling frequency, and like you said, be able to see him weekly. And I mean, I know I've had writing ideas that we're so used to the 2-hour movie. It's like, wait a minute, with the dawn of Netflix and binge watching, and it's like, no, this is a 10-part miniseries, or, it just opens up the different ways you can tell a story and how much time you have to tell a story instead of just 2 hours. No, I can take 10 hours and make this, go do a deep dive.
That's
kind of what Tulsa King is, and Cobra Kai, things like that.
And speaking of storytelling, we have a good friend that lives out in Hollywood Northwest. Out there in Vancouver. Who might that be?
Miss Joanne Yee. So I
love her. I think she is brilliant.
Joanne's just thebomb.com, another one of our fighters out there just fighting. And
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you just say thebomb.com?
Thebomb.com, yeah.
That is now my new favorite saying. Please continue.
Okay, no problem. She is thebomb.com. She is a cancer survivor and still kicking butt. So we're so proud of her. But so isn't she there's this collector's store down the road from her. And the collector of the store, his friend passed away, and he inherited some of this man's belongings. And isn't he going through old photo albums? Remember the old days and the old actual paper photos?
Sure.
She's going through, doesn't she find Rocky IV original photos? So this gentleman, the poor man who passed away, was at the Rocky IV filming and took his own pictures. So
look at this.
Joanne is in the middle of the store, like going, "Oh my god,
oh man!"
I guess
that's
guy's
amazing.
Guy's like, "Do you need a seat?" She's like, "Yes, I do." So, and I think he has the negatives. He's got to find them, and he's going to be calling her because she's like, "Look, anything Sly, anything Rambo, anything Rocky, just consider it sold because I'll come get it." So, like, she left her number with this guy for any Rocky stuff. So I'm like, "Joanne, can I show this? This is so cool."
I love that. And that makes a lot of sense because up there in Vancouver was the Agrodome. And the Agrodome is the arena that they filmed Rocky IV. And I know I've talked about this before. Most fans do not know this. In the Agrodome, you know, it's a giant oval, circular, it's a dome, right? Dome stadium. So in the hall, so you go through the main door, you pay for your ticket, and now you're in the what's the big hallway that goes around where all the hot dog machines are, the hot dog
all
stands,
the vending area.
The vending area, right? Okay. So what Stallone did, and this was just brilliant, never made the movie, didn't even make the recut, and I wish it did make the recut. So when people got off the buses going into the Agrodome, there's a video out there, behind the scenes video. They're going through the doors. When they walked in, they had actors dressed as Soviet guards around the entire arena floor, like where the food stands are.
Right, right.
You know, like when you go into an arena, there's like a glass case of all the great events.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a Russian glass case of all the great events that took place there. It was all made up, right?
Right.
But Sly had his people do their job. The Coca-Cola, Pepsi, the hot dog, the French fries, the chips, all of that stuff was all in Russian on the board.
Right.
This is the brilliance that is Sylvester Stallone. It's why we're here, because of what he does for storytelling. And I know I talked about this already, and a lot of people never know that. I just wanted to throw that out there, and I want to thank her so much for sending those to you, because I think they're amazing.
Yeah, that was fun. What a cool find. And now it's funny because there's here in Clarksville, there's a ton of antique stores. And I'm telling you, I find myself just looking maybe for an old Rocky poster or the vinyl. I go through the vinyl looking for the old vinyl soundtracks and stuff. But
oh my God, yeah.
That's how I found my soup. You can't really see it. See the Rocky coloring
I
book
see it
there?
Yeah, I see it right above it.
Yep. That I found that soup cup there.
Lousy bum.
Yes, exactly.
Soup goes fine.
Just want to do a quick shout out to our other creatives out there. So I put out a post as we were coming back in here for actually episode 126. We were talking about Tommy Gunn. We're like, hey, if you were to write whatever happened to Tommy Gunn after Rocky V, like whatever became of him. Well, let me tell you, it was one of our hottest posts. We got a lot.
Really?
In. So these are the short ones, and I'm going to be copy and pasting the long ones into the comments so people can to see our long ones that came in through DM.
Okay.
But these were some of our short ones. Maddie B, I think the beating Rocky gave him brought him back to reality, and went back to Oklahoma. Reminder, all the way from India. Oh, I miss you, my friend. Let's talk soon. Tommy apologizes and wants to be his coach again, but Rocky refuses because he's going to spend time with family.
Nice.
Which is exactly what he should do. And then Mikey D, he has his long story and comments, but here are some of them. He turned into Polly from Rocky 1. This is a riot.
I happen to lean in that direction.
All right. Studied law and sued the police for unlawful arrest. Clearly self-defense as Rocky struck first. Well, you know what?
That's the American way. I mean, we are a very litigious nation in America here.
I believe he had some very rough times and ended up becoming a pastor, which we have seen. People
that could be very accurate too.
And from Rocky J here, he continues fighting. One fights to erase his loss from Rocky, but lost to Mason Dixon. And then this was smart. This authentic Armenian wrote 3 things. So he got his long story in. Ended up a drunk, out of the spotlight, only to appear as a comical wrestler years later. Duke dropped him as a client. He was arrested for assault, lost his reputation and money, stripped of his title, and lost his license to fight. So
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you want to believe here. It's so funny because, like, you want to believe that people mature. You know, I don't know.
Sonny Liston never matured, right? Sonny Liston. I mean, he died. A lot of people say at the hands of the mafia.
Yeah. Oh, see, but I just don't know if he would ever reach a level of maturity that allowed him to.
Well,
more than these stories. Yeah,
that's a really great point, Stacey. And you got to imagine, Tommy Gunn. Tommy Morrison was 20 years old at the beginning of filming of Rocky V.
Yeah,
during Rocky V, he turned 21. He had his birthday during the filming. At 20, 21 years of age, you are immature. Men are very immature at that age. Not to mention, if you know a little bit about Tommy Morrison's life, he didn't have a father figure for some time. Yeah, he struggles. So I could see that happening. And there's always an opportunist out there. There's always an opportunist, like a Duke, a George Washington Duke. And I think a Duke, maybe not that Duke, but another type of Duke came along and was just trying to exploit the Tommy Gunn name. That's a very real possibility.
Yeah. So there's the long narratives, the long stories that came in. I'm going to copy and paste in comments. So it's very good. And there was one that came in about Tommy Gunn later having a daughter and she becoming a boxer. And I was like, this is a great story. I loved that one. So I'll put all of that in comments so you all can read it. Now, our dear friend Justin over at Balboa Yo has been dying for part 2 of a story. Many episodes ago, you were talking about meeting Sly, how Frank Stallone got your painting in front of him and all of this. And you, at the end of that episode, you said, okay, we're going to save part 2 for later.
Okay.
And so Justin reached out again and said, when are we hearing that? So Mike was going to get into that. If you want, I can cut that all out.
No. Let's go with this. I like this. I have not been humbled in a long time. So part of who I am is a self-deprecating genius. So I tell myself, I write it on a little napkin before I go to bed every night. You are a self-deprecating genius. Yeah. It took me a long time to look up those words and understand what they truly meant, but if you know me, you know I tend to go down that route. So here is a very true story. Do we have time for this? I know we have a guest, right? But do we have time?
We do. She's not here yet.
Not here yet? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Yeah. All right. So you guys all know the story about how Sly signed my black and white painting. There it is right there, around 14. This is my personal favorite moment out of any movie ever. Okay. So after he signs it, we talked for maybe, 11, 12, 13 minutes. And we bonded over that. And it was a good bond.
Yeah.
Then he walks, and now you got to imagine, I'm standing on a little corner in Kensington. It's late January, and it's about 9 degrees out. It's freezing. And this is where I meet Jim Toscano, actually, the director of The Pretender.
Okay.
And The Dream is Real. So we are there on the corner talking, and we've bonded. He then goes to walk the line of people he's signing. I can't recall that he took any pictures. So he gets to the end, and then he turns around, he comes back up, and I could see he's looking, I got you, hey, guy with the painting, right? And he goes back around the corner to the other side. This is the side that's the closest to Little Marie's house up in Kensington. And so he comes back around. He ensured he didn't miss anybody.
Yeah.
I'm standing in the middle of this block, and I'm standing behind a sawhorse, and I'm waving my painting back and forth. This is the most cringe-worthy moment of my life. Nothing I've done is this embarrassing. As he comes walking back, everything turned into slow motion, and I start to grovel and beg and whine and complain. I got pushed out. I need Sly. How about that picture? I really want to get this picture. You and me, Sly. Please, please, please. Now I've altered. I've gone from Mike.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell you this. I've gone from Mike. I've gone into Sylvester Stallone now. And I'm like, please, please, Sly, please. Come on. This is me. Please, please. He looked at me. Like I was the biggest piece of crap. The look on Sly's face was, really? I haven't given you enough already?
Right.
And that look stayed with me. And I'm like, oh my God, I just wasted that moment I had speaking with him. This is not something I don't talk about this on tours. That part, I talk about the painting, but I don't talk about that moment. Right. So now, fast forward all these years, okay?
Yeah.
Now, we've got this friendship going on, and he's completely forgotten about that moment. He remembers speaking to me about the painting. He remembers that. But what he didn't remember, I don't know why, but he blocked that out probably because it was so pathetic. So now I'm thinking to myself, like this, I have to convince myself that he really did forget about it. And he must have, because there's no way this guy would have trusted me at the level he has had he recalled I was the guy that was begging for a photo in such a cringe-worthy way.
I mean, he's witnessed excitement. Okay. And some of the excitement that he's witnessed, like people like just go up to him and they throw their arms around him and they're like violate his space. I mean, you weren't doing any of that.
Nope.
Okay. So to me, I think he's witnessed all sorts of excitement, which I highly doubt your brand of excitement was really that much different than anybody else's. I don't know if it was extra cringy for you, maybe, because I know you're so critical of yourself.
It was cringy.
Well, whatever. Then, hey, if he's forgotten it, let's not remind him, and we'll tell him not to watch this episode.
I'm going to say, Sly, whatever you do not watch this episode. Okay?
Or fast forward to 20 minutes where our
let's fast forward to our guest. Yes. Let's fast forward to Cam. This is maybe our worst episode ever, Sly, but take a look at Cam. She's incredible.
She's adorable. Speaking of which, she's here with us. So, Mike, you tell us about this sweet young lady. Or it's very rare we get someone this young on. How did you meet?
Yeah, her dad booked a tour not that long ago. I don't know, maybe a month ago, maybe not. I don't even know if it was that long ago. And when I met them in back of the art museum, and so her dad waved me. I was standing there by the car, and I've got the fedora on, and she comes walking up, and she's got a notepad in her hands, right? And she's holding it against her chest, right? And she looks at me, and I said, "Hi." I said, I'm Mike. And as I go to shake her hand, she goes, "Can I just give you a hug?" Sure. Of course. That. So she gives me this kind, generous hug.
Yeah.
And then she backs up and she gives me a look like I'm this sad, pathetic puppy. And she goes, "I saw The Pretender. I understand." She made me feel so good. She was so sweet and so kind and so adorable. And I don't even think we were 20 minutes into the tour. We were just getting into Kensington. And I said, I do this little podcast. I have this co-host. And I said, you would be great for the podcast. I said, would you want to be up for something? So she looks at her dad. Her dad gets this big smile. And of course she says, yeah, definitely. And I'm like, okay.
Awesome.
And as we went through the tour, this is funny. I'm going to say this and then we'll bring her right in. So I'm hitting her with rare facts.
Yes. You're giving her your best. Best rare knowledge.
Boom. And she goes,
yeah. I know that.
And I'm like, and I'm thinking, oh man, this kid's a smartass. She's not even, I'm not facing her with none of this. So not too long after I start thinking that, I said, wow, you really seem to know your Rocky stuff. I think we were over by 1818. And she goes, oh, well, yeah, I watched a lot of Sly's interviews. And I go, oh. And of course, I watch your podcast. Oh, now I don't feel so pathetic and useless. Anyway, Stacey, please bring in the wonderful, the incomparable Cam.
Or Mila. You go by Mila? How are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
We're good.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Look at her. She's all Rocky Ford out. She's ready to
I know.
go.
I saw her in the I can see her down below here. I was like, look at that Rocky Ford on. Perfect.
Cam, anything that I said, was I off or wrong?
You were off on a few things.
All right. Oh, my kind of girl. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
Stop it.
I never said that I watched The Pretender. My dad did.
Oh, your dad said that.
Me.
Oh, okay.
And
but you told me you saw it twice.
He said that.
What? Well, maybe he's got a high-pitched voice. All right, I'll give you that.
And there was some stuff I didn't know. I didn't know.
I gotcha.
But I had heard a lot of it before.
Right? You were so cool. You were so composed. Like when I first met you, I thought you were like 37. And I couldn't believe it. You don't look it, but you acted. And so that's the really cool thing.
Yeah, the quintessential old soul sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How was your dad, by the way? Please tell him I said hi.
He said to say hi to you. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Now, before we get into the Rocky stuff, I'm gonna let Stacy take over in just a moment here. But how has your summer been since I've seen you?
Uneventful. Mostly driving lessons and all that.
Good for you. Yeah.
You know, I failed my driver's test. I'm going to make it about me since I tend to do that all the time. I failed my driver's test. My mother paid for the Emil DeCantis School of Driving, right? I don't know how much she paid, but it was a couple $100, and I fail.
Oh,
please pay attention when you're out learning, okay? I don't want you to fail.
I will.
Good.
The test isn't for a few months, but
good. You've got time. Time. Side note, when I went to the state police barracks to take the test, I drove into the guardrail. Don't drive into the guardrail.
Oh,
that's a no-no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Get me out of this personal history of my own hell. Go take us out of here, will you?
So Cam, being a student, she knows she's got her homework done for me very, very quickly and went and did the questionnaire for us and took time, gave us a lot of background, which I appreciate so much. So tell us, you were actually into Arnold movies first. Tell us about that. Mm-hmm.
So I liked horror movies a lot when I was younger, mostly because my mom didn't let me watch them. So but I really liked Predator, because Arnold was like a pop figure, so I knew him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting into Terminator, and then I started getting into Sly just by his influence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Rambo, yeah.
Oh, Rambo was first, then Rocky.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have a Rambo fan that Joanne Yee is a huge Rambo fan, and she visits British Columbia there. She's only about an hour and 40 minutes, and she visits the Rocky or Rambo land when they have their annual Rambo events. Yeah.
So jealous.
Yeah. She's pretty close to it. She can do it in a day. I thought this was cool. You said Sly has said he based Rocky off of Charlie Chaplin character. And then you went into an answer, meaning Rocky goes everywhere with the intent of making someone else feel at least a fraction better than they did before. Yeah. I expand on that because I was like, oh, here's a young person. Not a lot of people your age, they have to have parents that bring them into Rocky and really, sort of make that part of the raising requirements, And so it's nice when we have a young person as yourself really get the spirit. So tell us about that comment.
Well, I've heard Mike say that. Mike or Sly say that.
Yeah.
When you hear something like that, what does that mean to you? How do you take that and funnel that into your own personality like that? Stace, is that kind of where you're?
Yeah. Like, why did that ring with you? Like that really resonated with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember a lot of small moments where somebody might have laughed at what I said or just was nice to me, and that I relive it a lot. I think about it a lot, and I was thinking I'd love if I could be that for somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly subscribe to that myself. What is it? I think it was Maya Angelou that said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel.
That's true.
Okay. And I'm telling you, that quote just punched me in the face. And when you leave a room, you want to leave a room feeling a little brighter than when you came in, and we have that power, to affect people in such a positive way. And Rocky's an example of that. Yeah. What is it of all the Rockies, we always ask, which one's your favorite?
2.
And why? 2. Okay. Good. Let's go into that. Tell me all about that. Why 2?
Because it has like most of the benefits of the first one, but like with like it's more lighthearted, I guess, and it's also more cute. Him and Adrian moments. It's not like it's not the whole them starting their relationship. They're already together and they have most cute moments. Because the other movies in the series only have like at least one cute moment, like when he gives her the gift in Rocky 4 or when he flirts with her at the beginning of Rocky 5. But Rocky 2 is full of cute moments.
Right.
Like their proposal, like even when he gets to the hospital, when she finds out she's pregnant, like when they see the baby for the first time. Like
a lot more about the two of them.
I'm so glad that you said that about Rocky 2, because there was a whole scene that just got X'd out. I don't even know if it was filmed. I gotta ask him, because I need to know this. There was a scene. So when Rocky tells her, Adrian, why don't you go home? I'm gonna be busy healing here for a while. So we see Rocky there on the table, and then when it cuts back to his room, he's laying in bed and he doesn't realize there's some movement in the room, and it's Adrian. Adrian stayed. She never left, right? And then it goes to show how after the moment Rocky says, I'm going to be busy healing here, Paulie said, come on, Adrian, let's go. So they walk out, and there's a cab waiting there. And Paulie gets in the cab, and he goes, oh, Adrian, come on, let's go. And Adrian said, no, you go, Paulie, I'm staying. Oh, Adrian, come on, I told you. You got to come with me. Rocco don't want you here now. And she goes, no, Paulie, you go. I'm staying. And it was this thing that I wish that made the movie. I just think that needed to be in there, and I don't know why it didn't make it, but I'll get an answer.
It made the book.
Right? It made the book. It made the final script. To me, see? This is a highly evolved young adult, okay?
Here's my replacement. We just found her.
No.
She'll do better than me.
No, you know what here's what I'm gonna do. If college doesn't work out for you, I'm gonna hire you as Adrian. You're gonna be my fill-in driver. You get to keep any tips. You get to keep the cost of the tour or whatever. You got to dress like Adrian, okay? May have to dye your hair a little darker if that's okay. And, okay, because she knows a lot. She is well versed, Stacey.
Yes, she is. She's like, it's in the book. I'm like, wow, bam. That's people don't know that. That's awesome. Yeah. Mike, there was one story you were saying, the letter you wanted to ask.
I love this that she spoke about. You talk about the influence that Rocky has on you to try to step out of your comfort zone. And there was a young guy that you liked, that you thought was adorable, and you write a letter and you stick it in his locker. Now, ultimately, it didn't end up the way you wanted to. But what makes you write that letter and have the cojones to stick it into the locker?
I think I made a guy friend of mine do it. And it wasn't even a letter. It was like a paper like this thin. Like one of those long ones.
Yeah.
I really like you. Come talk to me. This is my locker.
So what gives you the motive, as Mickey would say, the motivation to do that? Why would you do that? What tells you to do that?
I'd kick myself if I didn't try.
See? And this is the Rocky thing. This is when he's in the apartment with Adrian. He reaches out and he says, look, I'm going to try. It may go nowhere. This girl, she may not end up being my girl, but I want to try. And do you think of that as you're going through the process?
Oh, with anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I'm always like I'm not gonna go a certain distance without finishing it. Like that's just anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Well, good for you. And then there's no wondering. I'd rather have the answer no than wondering if it was yes on anything, whether that be a relationship or an opportunity or what have you. So it's so nice that you're such a young person bringing that into your life this early. That'll make a difference in your life earlier than by the time you're 40 and we figure out, to make those dares, that's on your favorite quote. You surprised me. Not one person answered with a Drago quote from Ivan Drago. I was like, wow, this is very cool. Tell me about your favorite Rocky quote and why.
Yeah. Well, I never thought about what quote I liked best until then. So it was just like, oh, okay, what appeals to me in the moment? And I think I Fight With Me did kind of stick with me. It's like, yeah, he's standing up for himself. And like I wrote in the thing, like Drago fights for other people, but in an unhealthy way. Well, Rocky fights for other people in the healthy way. Mm-hmm. So it's like when to do things for others, when to do things for yourself.
Exactly.
I think I was easily mid to late 30s before I had this level of maturity. Like this is so rare. Cam or Milla. I don't know what you prefer to be called, Cam or Camilla.
I call her Cam. I love Cam. I think that's the most adorable name. But now I just noticed Milla, and I'm like, oh shoot,
Milla.
Half my family's Cam, half my family's Milla.
Got
Milla,
it. Okay.
Gotcha. I'm gonna stick with Cam because I adore that name.
Are you close to your parents? You talk to your parents a lot? Or are they talking to you a lot?
A bit. Not so much when I was a kid. They weren't around too much, but as I'm older, they're more around now. So, I don't know. My closeness is like, I feel like I could say I'm scared of whatever, even if it's just a movie. And I like inviting them to watch movies with me. So, like, closeness, I don't know. I guess it's normal. But...
Do you find yourself more of an observer in a participator?
Yeah, I'm not. My mom tells me all the time I'm not good at participating. Usually it's like with family function, it's like I'll just sit there. It's like, okay, you have fun. I'm not going to embarrass myself.
I had that same thing. I still do. Like I still have that same issue in life. I'm not a competitive person, so I tend to shy away from anything that involves where people are going to watch and judge and scrutinize. Do you feel that at all too? Like in your social area, like with school or like friends or whatever, like does that ever play?
Yeah. Like I could invite like, not even like all of my classmates, and the majority would say, I cannot talk in front of the class. It's horrible.
Wow. Because you did just fine on the tour.
Yeah, because like you're nice.
Imagine that.
Girls are not nice.
Yeah. No.
Really?
No, they're not. Yeah, my daughter's 23. She's going to be 24. So she just came up through these years that you're living through right now, and some of those stories that she would come home with, I'm like, what? It's like, what is happening with our world? But at the same time, my God, nothing's changed. And so, and to listen to you, the reason I ask you about, are you a participator or an observer is because I was an observer. So I'm watching you and as you're answering things and just the way you sort of express yourself, I've told Mike, I said, I made sure that I was out of the fray by being the observer. And I'm sensing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sensing you do the same. Like you watch the chaos of the behavior of your peers and you're like, yeah, I'll be over here because I'm not going to be in the middle of this freaking nonsense. Yeah.
Well, I've just like, a lot of the girls in my class are very, very opinionated, and I can be that way too. But I pick my moments.
Sure.
I pick when to be a smartass and when not to.
Right. And I'm sure it matters if it's going to be a quote unquote smart ass moment, but it's going to have substance. It's not just for the sake of being, making the comment that it's actually going to have a more meaningful impact because it's full of meat and a fair point, or a strong fair point.
Yeah.
And I promise you, when you are about 27, 28, high school is going to be such a distant memory. Those fools, they are going to peak. High school is going to be the peak of their lives. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to continue to peak every year of your life.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
That is the truth, honey. Let me tell you. And just try to float above it all, because you are never going to see 99% of these people ever again.
Never.
Okay. Yeah. It just doesn't matter. I've said this to my daughter. You're in the middle of it. It feels like your whole world. It feels like, oh my God, this is over. It closes with a loud slamming door and you never have to go back. So, for some people who loved high school, that bums them out. But most of us are like, see you later. Just know that it ends, and don't take on too many scars from these people, because you're never seeing them again. But you're already doing that thing. You're already like being the observer. You're already very objective and understanding.
Smart.
You know what? This is BS. I'm not getting dragged into this drama. No, it's going to save you. So I can vibe it from you. It's just fabulous.
Totally.
I love it. Here's an answer. You said, it's not just Rocky that's been comforting to me, but also Sly himself and even the other action heroes. Give me more details on that.
Well, I think when I first it was introduced to Sly, I was not in a great place. Yeah. So I kind of really latched on to him, and as well as Dolph and Arnold, they're cute together. They're funny together, and it's positive, which is really what I needed then. Mm-hmm. But it was mostly just it was a new genre to me. Okay. So it was something for me to get excited about, learn about. Mm-hmm. So
right. Oh, sweetheart, life is hard, and being a young person in this world is hard.
I would not want to be your age again.
Mm-mm.
No, and you're talking to. I've had my ups, downs, challenges. I would never want to go back to high school, but once I was out of high school, and I kept, to steal a phrase from our best friend, moving forward, life got better and better and better. And every once in a while, I still had friends who were involved in the circles. And I would run into them at the St. Patrick's Day parade in Scranton or whatever, and I would get little bits of info that's going on, and I would see their lives were either imploding or stagnant, and mine was slowly but gradually getting a little better. And I think that has to do with the people we choose to be in our lives. I think it's who our partners are, and I also think you're going to get to a point in your life where you're going to look back and those girls that were not so, nice. You're going to see that at some point they're going to be in a cold running water trailer park somewhere with all the cockroaches they can handle and
associate with.
and there's a whole lot of things. Gravity's going to take effect on some of these people.
I don't want that.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You're like, okay.
Or you maybe not want it for them, but not be surprised that it happened.
Some of them are nice. They're just judgy.
Stacy, I had a guy that was in my class. He was the honor society, and he was dating a girl that was honor society. They both ended up crackheads.
Really?
Just never know, man. You just never know.
That's external pressure. They're probably not doing it for them.
Sure.
Again, I fight for me.
Right.
See? I dig this. Did I send you any pictures?
Boom.
Boom, there she is. Look at her. Yeah. I got to ask you, you got a Madonna vibe going on with the hand wraps. What's up with the hand wraps? I assume it's like Madonna when she had the lace on her hands. What's up with that?
Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun.
Cyndi Lauper.
The gloves used to have fingers. I cut them off.
Yeah, of course. I did mine
But
too.
I cut them off because Rocky had fingerless gloves. So I thought I'd wear them on the tour.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Good choice.
I have them nearby.
That's dedication.
This is very pretty. Look at that. Love the bangs here.
What are you, about 23 in this photo?
I know.
It's one of those like makeup editing things. So
they're fun.
My hair's not really. Oh, that's at Epcot. Paris and Epcot.
Cool.
Is it me, or do you have like a female Rambo thing going on here?
Yes.
Yes, that's
right?
the headphone.
Rambo 4. Yeah, I really see Rambo 4. Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Tell me, did you get in a fight here? What happened here, my dear?
That's for a play. It was Les Mis, and I was one of the Thénardier's kids. And Thénardier's abusive. So I painted a black eye.
Wow.
We all did our own makeup. So
wow. Good job.
I did that.
That's cool. And this is a formal of some sort. Is this a prom or... Nice.
It's not prom. We don't. My school doesn't have prom. We have one dance in spring. But
got it.
I actually don't remember why I was dressed like that.
All right. I love that tree, but we got to get more tinsel, more lights, and we've got to get a few more ornaments on that Charlie Brown tree. All right.
We had a bigger tree upstairs.
Uh-oh.
What's this?
Loki is in the house.
Halloween.
I love that.
And who is this gentleman here?
Oh, that's one of my nephews. That's my nephew Cole.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He's already taller than me.
Stacy, is there anything we've missed before we let Cam get back to living a nice summer, relaxing, breezy life?
You wanted me to read the letter.
I did. That's right. Oh my God.
Yes. Oh my
Cam,
God. Right.
Thank you for reminding me. Stacy, I think I told you about this and we both forgot to write it down. Okay. First of all, set up the letter and then read it. Okay.
This is special.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. So I watched your episode where you Mike had your wife on, and it was the part where she was telling how she wrote you a letter before her surgery. And so I kind of thought, like, what would Adrian write to Rocky when she got diagnosed with cancer? So it's like almost like a letter from the grave, a goodbye letter.
Ah, okay.
So something for him to see when she died.
All right. Now, do you have that letter?
No.
Yes.
I would love to hear it. Stacy, would you like to hear it?
To hear this.
All right. The floor is yours, Cam. Have at it.
Dear Rocky, you are full of hope and I needed it most. You've made me feel loved and beautiful. I never knew what I was missing in my life until you kissed me. You make me feel comfortable even outside of my comfort zone. You've given me a family, something to smile about. I never knew what you saw in me, but I've tried, and I will try, to be true to this vision you have of me. You're my dream come true. By the time you read this, I will already have passed away. You can't imagine how hard it is for me to write. I can't imagine how hard it is for you to read. I feel so guilty for leaving you. Live for me, my love, until we can be together again. Thank you for loving me. I love you. Love, Adrian.
All right. Come on.
Can't.
This is amazing. To have that connection at her age, at being a very young adult, this to me is, brilliant.
That's very, very special, sweetheart. That's very special. I mean, that's something I'd add. It's always bothered me that we never got to say goodbye to Adrian, and I don't mean to be, like doing my own plug, but this is so meaningful to me. It always broke my heart that when Rocky Balboa opened, she was already gone. And so this is part of how Mike and I met. I wrote that in between. I wrote her death, and it was my wish as the audience to we all want to be dragged through the anguish of saying goodbye to her. Okay. And we all want to witness Rocky get over his greatest hurdle. And the greatest loss of his life, we didn't get to see, we didn't get to witness. And that letter fits in how you said it, how you wrote it, fits in perfectly with this idea of mine, with the script that I wrote. It's like, it would be perfect. Like him finding this letter. What a scene that would be. It's beautiful, beautifully done.
Yeah.
So, wow.
I know. I couldn't watch her die. I would have been sobbing for the rest of the movie.
Right.
So like I like how he did it, but I do I get it.
Yeah.
I have a poem from her point of view that's less sad.
Oh yes, I wanted to hear this too. Yeah, please.
Let's hear it.
Okay. He's too sweet for this world. I want to be his one and only girl. Adorable is the perfect word for him. The ideal guy doesn't have to be proper and prim. He's rough and tough. I want to give him all my love. He's absolutely, positively a dream come true. Obviously, I'm talking about you. You were meant to be mine. This passion is no longer benign. I want you with my body and soul. You fill my gaps and make me whole. You say you're dumb and I'm shy. That's partly true, I won't lie. But you're smarter than you know. Trust me, it shows. You make me feel shy and confident simultaneously. You build me up, encourage me, support me completely. Yet there we were in your apartment, and you took off your shirt. The nerves came flooding back, especially when you began to flirt. Don't apologize for being pushy. Was I uncomfortable? Absolutely. But I wanted you with everything in me. I actually thought you were too sweet. That night was the best night of my life. You melted away so many years of strife. You make me feel beautiful. I hope I can make you feel just as wonderful. I won't change anything about you. I would change a lot about me, but you say differently. One thing that will never change is my love for you, and you never stop saying you love me too.
Oh my God. I don't think we could turn up the sentimentalness any louder. I'm like so... You know, when I say, okay, I'm going to need a minute, this is one of those moments.
Right,
wow.
Right.
Milla, it's beautiful.
I mean, I have two more poems.
Let's hear them. Oh my God.
What else you got?
Well, okay. I'll read Drago's one, and then I'll write the one I wrote personally for Rocky.
Okay.
So this is Drago's poem.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
Okay. They made me, they used me, a propaganda tool, no opinion or soul. Not even my own bride saw me. I was blinded by your beauty. Realization came too late for me. She only loved my money. Though it was more than money, it was the power I possessed inside of me. I was symbolic of the strength of Russia, only to be swiped under the rug like Prussia. No greater humiliation than loss to a short Italian man. You came at me like iron, my size be damned. The bell had rung and I was fallen, but the pain hadn't even begun. My own country kicked me out, my own wife threw me out. Abandoned on the streets of Ukraine, left to die in the rain. It left a bitter taste and a thirst for revenge. I passed it on my son, he would avenge. Payback was coming, and with it, joy. I failed to break him, but my son would break his boy. The boy was smaller than his father, almost a pipsqueak, though he had the strength of his father at his peak. Italian men trained him well, so much so I threw in the towel before the final bell. My son is more important than payback. In the end, we all at heart, and I respect that. So my story ends with familial ties. The machine, if he dies, he dies. My heart beat once again, human at last. I have my son to thank, his love was vast. He looked out for me when I never realized. My soul's at peace, no more cries.
That's pretty goddamn good.
Okay.
We got a ringer here, people. All right.
Like, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Like, you know, Mike and I were like, okay, she's really young, you know, and sometimes you don't know how an interview is going to go. Some people are very shy. They're young. They get nervous. And sometimes it's 20 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour and 20 minutes. And I just cannot even believe we were toward the end of our interview, and
this best of the best comes out.
Talk about a lesson in not making assumptions about a young person, a shy person, okay, or like what people possess inside, even if they're quiet or a little reserved. The meat of the substance. Blown away, Cam. I'm just like, wow. I keep writing. I don't care if the topic is Rocky, Rambo. Think about what she could write about Rambo. Holy God. You need to send me these things. We have to post these things. I want to post the actual words. Okay. It's important because you've captured Adrian. You've captured Drago. You have another one to read because I'm going to make you read it. And I want this to be part of the posting. Like, I'm like, where is, all this in your answers? I'm a writer. I love words. So when somebody else can put words together so beautifully and with such impact, it knocks me over clearly. So I'm going to have you go again. You said you have another one for us. Please.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
The old kidneys are not going to read another poem.
Okay, go ahead.
Right back.
And this is where the editing happens.
Yes.
So Cam, now you have another one. And then while Michael was on his little bathroom break, you told me about a Rambo one. So we have two more. I'm blown away by this. Boom. We're going to keep going. This is so meaningful and just beautiful. So what's your next one, honey?
I'll do the Rambo one because I want to save the personal one for last.
Okay.
I don't want to remember all the times my heart was in a blender. I close my eyes and it all floods back like I'm having a heart attack. Why couldn't I die with them? Instead, my heart's scarred with their emblems, trapped in life and all alone, imprisoned inside flesh and bones. My friends, my father, my girl, my daughter, we get close like marauders, they're led to slaughter. The brightest spots in my life ripped away, one question remains to this day. Was any of it worth a damn if they're just going to die like innocent lambs? Why the fuck should I care? If I care, if I love, if I dare, my heart gets ripped out, the pain a never-ending drought. Okay, so when I posted it on Tumblr, because that's where I posted it, I left the last stanza as like a question for like anybody who loves Rambo, like has OCs they ship him with.
Okay.
So it's like, how would, like, if you were like Rambo's girl or whatever, how would you respond to the last stanza? Yeah. Why are you different? I can't love you, dipshit. If I do, you die, and I'm all out of tears to cry.
Oh,
wow. Dear John Letter. Oh my God.
Literally. Wow, honey. The ability to capture the moment, the vibe, the entire feel. Stunning. Beautiful writing. Do not stop writing. So well done. Well done. All right. What's the last one?
Last one. This very personal one I wrote like I'm talking to Rocky almost.
Love it.
Rocky, not Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah.
Rocky. Okay.
Rocky. Okay. I had forgotten hope until I met you. Only 2 hours in, and I was true blue. You were so handsome and sweet and faithful. I couldn't be more grateful. You're not even real, and you're the best friend I've ever had. If you were real, I know you'd hug me when I was sad. I pray to receive a man like you, that all my dreams would come true. To some, this all sounds sad and pathetic. It's all right. They don't get it. I know I'm not alone in how I feel. Because to so many people, you're real. Some call you corny or cheesy, and they'd be right, but there's more in your seams. Some say your first date was creepy. Those people are not shy women like me. You're a shy girl's dream. You encourage her. You're let her fight. You're always on her team. People know what you've done for men, and that's great. But you've given women a love no one can shake. You drew me back to God, encouraged my faith I had forgot. For that I can never thank you enough. You showed me it was okay to not always be tough. I think I'm in love. You're truly a gift from above. You're Sly's best friend, first and foremost. That's okay. He needs you most. Mike has made a living being your second friend. That's okay. He's earned it. Third time is the charm. And you're my source of warmth.
Okay.
Sweet girl.
We got to cue the Rocky music right here, okay? We have to put this music in and get it swelling. I don't know which one to choose, but her words, her emotions, you can tell. To me, Cam, what you've done by writing this letter, you took a bone saw, you cracked open your chest, you split your ribs, you reached in, took your heart, and slammed it onto the page. And that, my dear friend, is glorious and beautiful.
Thank you. That was beautiful, honey.
Did you like the shout out?
Are you kidding? I love that. I never get a shout out. Are you kidding me? To have someone I consider a friend shout me out? Yes.
We're friends.
Of course we're friends. We're not friends? I thought we're friends going into this. Now we're not?
No, I want to be friends.
Of course we're friends. We were friends the day you asked me to give me a hug. Are you kidding me? Come on.
I'm wearing mascara. Don't make me cry.
No, this is so good for ratings. Keep it going. Can you cry a little more? Maybe some heaving? Maybe a booger bubble, something?
Ew.
Oh, Milla. Oh. You are a rare soul, my dear.
Stacey, did I do good with this guest or what? Did I do good?
You called it.
I need a high five.
You do. Boom. High five. No, as soon as I don't even know if the tour was done. I think you were texting me before the tour was done.
It was a bathroom break. I don't know. It was something, but I remember just sending. I said, Stacey, we got to get this young lady on the podcast. Oh. She's incredible.
You know, honey, you just embrace all that you have. Don't downplay all that you have. Don't minimize your talent. Don't minimize all that you feel in your chest, your emotions. Don't talk yourself out of your opinions on things. We do that to young people. We talk them out of their opinion. Oh, don't feel that way. Don't let anybody do that to you. I also want to send kudos out to your parents for raising a young woman who's so emotionally in tune and available and just wise. The emotional intelligence that you have at such a young age. You kind of see this forest for the trees in situations and emotionally too, like just understanding why Rocky had to push a little bit in that moment with a shy girl. You know, you understood the difference between being pushy and breaking through. To understand that as a young person is rare. Yeah. And you're your own person, and do not be talked out of who you are right now. Because what you've shown us today is beautiful. It's precious. It's rare. It's special. The world needs you as you are right now. Please don't let this world steal you from us. That's all I can say. Don't change a thing. Grow. You know, you'll become more wise just because that's what life brings us. But the heart of who you are, do not let the world take it from you. Please. I don't know how else to say it because I'm like, whew, you have knocked me over in the best kind of way. Like, you give me hope. If even 25% of young people your age are like you, we're going to be okay.
You know, Stacey, what you said is perfect and beautiful. I happen to be a bit of an authority on having great parents. I know what having a good set of parents can do to an individual and building them up. And if I could just do a shout out, Cam, to your mom and dad.
Yeah.
I know your dad. I didn't get a chance to know your mom, but I can tell you, to me, I know brilliance through you, how you are. You could not be this person if it was not for your mother and father. So, I want you to tell your dad that I said he's brilliant. I miss him. Number two, I want you to tell your mother that I hope I get a chance to meet her at some point. And C, I have a question that I love to ask everybody. Now, I have to say, in all fairness, your answer may be anticlimactic because your poem to Rocky may trump all of this. However, Cam, it is 10 years from now. You're at an office party and you now get your keys, your purse, you go to the elevator, and as the doors open, Sylvester Stallone is in the elevator, and you have 30 seconds between the floor you're on and going to the parking garage to get your car. What do you say to Sylvester Stallone in those 30 seconds?
Can I give you a hug?
You see, that's your go-to line. That's how you get people to just adore you right off the bat.
Can I give you a hug? Yeah.
I love that. I
didn't get a lot of hugs. Okay, I like giving them. Okay.
I'm a hugger. I really am a really big hugger. I love that. I just think it's one of the sweetest, nicest ways you can do it. Unfortunately, the world that we live in, when you go up to randomly hug people, you either get maced or sued or shoot in the duel. Yeah, or arrested. Cam, I'm hoping I'd like to check back in with you in the future. I would love to have you back on. And I know Stacy would love to have you back on. Yeah. And would you be up for something like that down the road?
Yeah, once a month you call me.
Okay. Okay. Stacy, before we let her go, is there anything we forgot?
No, I don't think so.
Pretty good?
Yeah. You're special, and just hang on to it. Don't get talked out of it. That's all I can say.
Camilla, Cam, Milla, whoever you are, thank you, my friend. Until we meet again, keep
punching,
my friend.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
This kid is gold.
I mean, like physical years and time. She just canceled all that out. Like,
didn't matter.
It doesn't matter if she's 16 or 60. How do you understand all that?
Clearly, there's a lot of great parenting going on in the home.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, there's a lot of great parenting.
Yeah.
Because you can't, because that's where it all starts, Stacy. It starts with the parents. And then by big word, osmosis, it tends to seep into the body. You know, the emotional, the mental. Clearly, she is getting some really good points of view.
Yeah, some guidance, some true guidance, some true advice, and a lot of tools. I'm like, where are all those? How is her tool bag that full already? And I will say this, you know, we're going to give her parents the benefit of the doubt because there's just something so measured and with an emotional intelligence that's rare for her age. Now, Mike, you told me you witnessed the relationship between her and her father and just how wonderful that was and how close they seemed. So just kudos to them and to her mom for creating that bubble for her that does fill her tool bag. Yep. But I do want to focus on sometimes it's the opposite of that. Not necessarily in Cam's situation, but I have also witnessed children or young people who have a tremendous amount of emotional intelligence because of what they didn't have.
Right.
And there was drama, especially on one half of my family, that just caused me to become the observer and be able to interpret people and why they behave the way they did very young. But yeah, I want to acknowledge both sides. Like, thank God for wonderful parents who fill tool bags, but sometimes the tool bag gets filled by omission in a weird way, you know, because you got to grab those tools yourself. And I know Sean McFadden and I have had a lot of talks about what he went through as a kid.
Oh, Sean McFadden's another one who can relate. Oh,
so what he had to endure as a young person and what he had to grow without being handed the tools. He had to go find them.
He could have gone south.
Yeah, he could have gone way south.
And what does he do? He becomes a great trainer for our mutual friend Olivia, right? And I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah. So just Cam, thank you. You were lovely. You are going to just knock it out of the water. Our audience is going to be like, where'd this kid come from? Like honorary Gen Xer. I don't know. Amazing young lady.
Yeah, totally.
So.
Stacy, I think we're done. Have we
done.
wrapped?
We have wrapped 128 in the bag.
In the bag, in the can, as they say in the podcasting world. Stacy, where can people find you if they're wondering what's happening?
I am over at Had Me at Yo on Instagram as well as the Rocky Files. And then on Facebook, we are at the Rocky Files podcast. And Michael, what about you?
Little place over there on TikTok called the Yo Philly Film Tour, which is where they used to hate me now. Getting some love. On Facebook, same thing, but I'm almost never on Facebook. And over on Instagram, which is where I post all my volume of crap. The Yo Philly Film Tour. You can check me out there. I wrote a little book called Cue the Rocky Music. There you go. It's really good for killing spiders or reaching onto the top shelf. If you stand on it, it will give you 3/4 of an inch. That's what she said. So, also, one last thing. The Pretender. My good friend Jimmy Toscano and his team made a documentary about my life. Sly is in it. Please check it out. It's anywhere documentaries are sold or rented, except Netflix, because Netflix said, there's nothing here to see. Really? Whatever.
What? Oh,
yeah.
Please.
Could you imagine that?
No.
Netflix.
That's
Ted Sarandos doesn't know what he's missing, people.
All right, darling.
Until then, keep punching, everybody.
Keep punching. Bye-bye.